Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of PewterPirates.com. I'm your host, Mike Nabors. Hard to believe day number 6 already in the books here at Bucs training camp. And one thing I've noticed so far, the turnout of Buccaneer Nation. As you see on a Thursday morning, not an empty seat in the house. The Buc fans showing up in full force. A lot of hype with the fans and of course those Hard Knocks cameras. Episode number 1 coming up this Sunday. The cameras are everywhere and I had a chance to ask Dirk Cutter, has all the Hard Knocks hype been a distraction so far? But has it been a distraction? Is it what you expected? Or?
No distraction at all. The Hard Knocks crew is as professional as they come, and not a distraction at all.
All right, folks, it's that time for our 3 and Out segment with our Bucs insider, Roy Cummings. Roy, great to be out here on the practice field, but boy, it was fun in that John Gruden presser yesterday. I'm kind of having a Gruden hangover a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if this is the right atmosphere for this segment. How about a change of scenery?
Hey, it's your call, my friend.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Oh, this is much better. Here's John. Where's Roy?
Here I am. I'm here.
Okay. The gang's all together. This works out well. You know, we talked to John Gruden yesterday, and you see the stat sheets of him and his Super Bowl team behind us. And I asked him, how does he want to be remembered? And he had something interesting to say, not about himself, but about his relationship with his players.
I was never buddy-buddy with these guys. I regret that. I wish I was a little bit more player-friendly. You know, I didn't go golfing with them. I didn't do a lot of things with these guys. I regret that in some ways. I hope they remember me as providing competition, playing the best players, and doing what was right for the team at all times. That's what I hope I'm remembered for the most.
Good perspective from John Gruden, which brings us to our first down with Roy Cummings. What did you think about those comments? You covered that team back then.
Yeah, I think he made some very interesting comments there for sure. I mean, this is a team that was very close. But you know what? He had to be a head coach. He had to be a boss. And that doesn't always lend itself to, you know, having the best personal relationship with the players. But let's face it, these guys loved John Gruden. They loved what he brought. They loved the way he coached them, the way he challenged them. John Lynch used to tell me that, you know, he never was coached harder than when he was by John Gruden, and he just had a level of expectation for these players that was unique, that they didn't know before. They had worked hard under Tony Dungy, but they really didn't realize how hard they could work until John Gruden came along and became their coach.
All right, second down with Roy Cummings. More John Gruden. He joins us here for Roy Cummings' third down segment. John Gruden was asked yesterday, will he ever coach again? Here was his answer.
All I really have going is football. I don't know what I would do without it. I'm happy what I'm doing. I study as if I am a coach. I still make my own breakdowns, come up with my own playbook. I just don't have anybody to give it to. But I don't foresee myself coaching anytime soon, but I do like getting as close to the fire as possible.
All right, so second down with Roy Cummings. John Gruden didn't say absolutely positively he wouldn't coach again. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's somewhere in that message this belief that he'd love to do it, but I don't know if the opportunity is going to come, the right opportunity maybe I should say, because he's had opportunities to coach before, and he's kind of passed them up. I mean, right now he could be coaching at the University of Miami, he could be coaching at the University of Tennessee, could have had the Notre Dame job, probably could have coached in Oakland, San Francisco in the NFL, maybe even here with the Buccaneers. Certainly the Glazers called him. Kind of tried to find out, you know, how interested he was in possibly coming back. He turned down the opportunity. I honestly think that he realizes that, you know, going back to that rigmarole of 20-hour days, that's tough. That's a hard life, and I think he realizes he's got it pretty good right now. He's not just the face of a franchise; he's the face of the NFL. He's one of the faces of football. I think he likes that at ESPN.
All right, third down with Roy Cummings. Now, John Gruden visited with us. He visited with the Buccaneer players, and he visited with Bucs head coach Dirk Cutter. Here was Cutter's comments on his visit with the old Bucs coach.
I spent about an hour and a half with John in my office before the team meeting, and we just talked ball. Two football coaches talking ball. That was fun for me. We got one of his old playbooks up in my office. We pulled that out. Got a couple laughs on that. And you know, John's a film junkie still, and he's making me say stuff that I wouldn't say to too many people. That was fun. And then at 3:30, John talked to the team, and he talked from the heart. He talked like he was the coach of the Bucs, and it was great. It was a good message and fun to hear.
All right, third down with Roy Cummings. Interesting meeting yesterday with Cutter, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And they talked about Jameis Winston, how much John Gruden would have loved to have had that quarterback in his arsenal. Funny thing about it is he actually had a chance. Never really drafted him. But you know what? John Gruden did just fine with Brad Johnson, the Bull, and even with Rich Gannon in Oakland. So he had his opportunity, and I think he made the most of it.
Always appreciate Roy Cummings. I'm Mike Nabors. It's another edition of PewterPirates.com. We'll see you again on Friday.